But while we're talking about presidential candidates, let's consider Cornell's response to all of this. I I saw him talking to Brianna Joy Gray
Yeah, me
recently, and
too.
I thought, I liked what he had to say. Norm Finkelstein liked his uh, comment on it, and that's the guy you should turn to first and foremost, right? Norm Finkelstein, who spent 40 years of his professional life studying this. And I don't know if you watch the videos of his interview with Craig Pasta Jardula, the guest host of Jimmy
I
Dore,
watched
but
a bit,
well, I can tell you exactly what his position on it is, and I think it's quite reasonable. But I mean, his is a voice you must listen to. Like, he knows this situation better than anyone. But he approved of Cornell's statement, and I know that you sent me a tweet from RBN. Like, Nick didn't like Cornell's statement. He preferred the statement of the candidate running for I can never remember the name of that party. The Party of Socialism and Liberation, is it? Who basically, just expressed unqualified support for Palestine and Palestinian resistance.
hmm
Um, which and then Nick Cruz of RBN was criticizing Cornell West's take, saying, this is some both sidesism, and Cornell addressed that in his you know interview with Brianna. Like, he's saying, this is what people are criticizing me before, but I don't care because I denounce violence against civilians no matter where it's coming from, no matter what the reason. And then he mentioned Nat Turner too. He said, I support Nat Turner's, resistance and his slave revolt, but I'm not down with him killing kids and, terrorizing people, which he admitted was one of his tactics. So it's possible to have a nuanced view, right? I mean, you could also say that that's kind of avoiding the issue, because if you're saying you support a slave revolt, then you have to know that's going to include violence. But
Well, I
does it
think
have to be violence against civilians, kids, elderly, you know, people not in uniform? Even, I'm just thinking of like movies and TV shows depicting the life of gangsters, like Breaking Bad, for example. It's always, if you involve civilians, they call them civilians, normies that aren't leading a life of crime. That's a line that, there's honor among thieves and criminals, right? Like, you don't do that.
right.
You can kill the people that are also in the game, as it were, but you don't do that. I don't know if you've seen Breaking Bad, but the character Mike has a real problem with Gus when some civilians are involved, and Mike is ruthless. Like, he's done all kinds of horrible things, but he still has a code, right? Like, you don't involve
Sure.
the
I mean, that
innocent.
comes back to Scarface, right? There's the scene where he doesn't want to set off that bomb on that journalist.
Yes, right. Like exactly, because the wife and the kids are there. This is so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to kill kids? You a big man.